Tank Bigsby, to me, he's one of the top running backs in the country, poised to have a big year this year. They got a block for him. He's one of the few guys I've seen cut back on the power and go for about 40 yards, which is one of the biggest no-nos at running back. But I guess if you're that talented and have that type vision, you can do it. What have you seen from Tank Bigsby, and how special do you think this kid is? And he's being coached by your former running mate, part of the 1-2 punch, Cadillac Williams, man.
Yeah, it's funny, man, that you bring him up because, not only is he one of the most talented guys in the country, his work ethic, his competitive spirit, all of that stuff. And, it's funny because Cadillac and I talk, and I'm like, man, he scarily reminds me of you, just his ability, but he's just an all-around guy. Like, he can do everything. He can catch, he can block. Of course, he runs the ball really well. He runs hard. He always falls forward. He has great vision. And so he has all the intangibles to be a great running back, and so when it comes down to it, it's just how great does he want to be? Yeah. He can be as good as he wants to be. And just looking at it from a talent standpoint, but, now it's about, not only honing on your craft, but also understanding the game. I think that's where so many guys miss the mark, especially like younger guys. When you talk about coming in, and being a part of the system, because the athletic ability is there. And so once you feel like you can accomplish that part of it, then it's expanding that into, okay, how well do I understand these games? How well do I understand, the blocking scheme? How well do I understand, once you learn what everyone on the offense is doing and what's expected, it makes your job easier. But then even beyond that, now, how well do I understand what the defense is doing? Are these guys giving hints where they're going to be, like, certain plays? And so it's ever evolving. And so, I think the first part of it is, like you said, understanding self, understanding the things that you're really good at, and also understanding your limitations, and then being able to build on that, and then educating yourself, be a student of the game, beyond personal ability. And I think that's the guys that really go on to be really, really successful, career-wise. And then, I think I touched on it earlier, is the guys that make it to the Hall of Fame, they're able to do all of those things. But, it's odd that they usually the hardest workers on the team as well. Mm-hmm. I guess that doesn't really make sense because they're usually the most talented, but they're able to transition and do different things. Whereas, you get certain guys who may not be able to do that. They're good at one thing, this singular thing that they do. And I think part of that is just going up to how we grow up. So many people are trying to specialize now, and not really try to be able to do everything. And so I tell the young guy, don't put yourself in a box. Try to be willing to do everything, because, you add value to yourself the more you can do. And, the more you can do, the better it helps you grow as an individual. Yeah. You can always, figure out how to reinvent yourself, to be a part of, whatever scheme it is. And so I think that's a huge part of it, is the education process beyond the talent level thing.